Porky Pig and Daffy Duck as police officers is something that I really thoroughly enjoyed. And the fact that this episode is set around Halloween is also something I love. This is Corn on the Cob, the 1965 Warner Brothers Merrie Melodies cartoon directed by Irv Spector, written by Freleng. And we have Mel Blanc voicing Porky Pig and Daffy Duck, and we have Joan Gerber as Granny. And it starts off with Granny in a supermarket buying some candy, obviously to give out to the trick-or-treaters. Everything seems fine, and then we see this robber dressed up as an old woman in an outfit very similar to Granny's. And he goes and commits these crimes in this costume. And because Granny had just been in the supermarket, the grocery store rather, the grocery store Clerk thinks that Granny is the person who has gone and robbed the grocery store, and they get in touch with Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, and there's obviously a description there, and they go off to try and find this robber. But needless to say, with real Granny and this robber dressed as Granny, there are going to be some cases of mistaken identity. It's pretty good fun. I really liked the concept of, the robber dressed as Granny, because it meant if you weren't paying full attention, you wouldn't necessarily know who was on screen. But if you pay attention, I think it's pretty easy to tell the difference. In fact, it is easy to tell the difference, but the similarity is close enough that you can understand why the grocery store clerk would, mistake them for the same person. But what I really loved was the relationship between officers Daffy and Porky. I think they had a really fun relationship, very different approaches to the case, and I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters in those roles. I thought they were very effective. Yes, I was interested enough to see if they would catch the robber, and what would become of him. Of course, I wanted to know, and if Granny would be safe by the end of it, if anybody else would be mistaken, or if anybody else would mistake her as the robber. But ultimately, the fun for me was watching Porky Pig and Daffy Duck interact. I really love them as police officers. Very well animated. Love the design of their outfits. They look fantastic. Granny is also a brilliant character. So I really enjoy anything she's in as well. When I read the description for Corn on the Cob, I thought it sounded very interesting. It sounded really fun. I'm pleased to say that it lived up to my expectations. It's one that I definitely enjoyed and certainly recommend.